Hello everyone, my name is Sophia Idris, and in this video lecture we will learn module 9.4. So it's still the same module 9, differentiating between qualitative designs. This is the fourth subsection of this module, and this module is from Introduction to Nursing Research online course for nursing students. So we'll look at the specific objective for module 9.4. So the objectives for 9.4 module are describe design features and methods of grounded theory research, identify and distinguish between key features of different qualitative research study. So you might have noticed like the second objective is consistent throughout all the subsections of module 9. It is because in each subsection of module 9, we are discussing differences and details of specific qualitative research design that is different from the previous one. So grounded theory, there are two definitions are provided on this slide. So first one is to produce or construct an explanatory theory that uncovers a process inherent to the substantive area of inquiry. So you produce or generate a theory from after collecting data, and then that theory that you develop is based on an area of inquiry. So depends on which area you are researching, so that theory will be applicable to that area of inquiry. So the second definition is the systematic generation of theory from the data collected by researchers, but existing theories can also be modified or extended through grounded theory. So the first definition makes us clear that when we use grounded theory as a research design, it means either we produce theory or construct theory in an area of inquiry. But from the second definition, we learned that it is a systematic generation of theory, but from the data, from the raw data, or it can be, the theories can be modified. You might use an existing theory and you modify it after using it in your research study, or maybe you can extend a theory. So you take one theory and you use it in your research, and then you extend that theory maybe by adding more subsections into it or more paths into it. So in this slide, you see three different types of grounded theory. So first one is traditional, and that is presented by Glaser. You also see the author's name along with each type. So the goal of traditional theory is to generate a conceptual theory that accounts for a pattern of behavior. That's it. So you just develop a conceptual theory and that shows a pattern of behavior among people. If you look at the second type, that is symbolic interactionism. So it is a sociological perspective that relies on the symbolic meaning people ascribe to the processes of social interaction. So what meanings people ascribe to their social interactions with others, if you want to explore that and research that, you might use symbolic interactionism as a specific type of grounded theory, but still you will produce or generate a theory out of it. So a constructivist co-construct experience, that's a third type of grounded theory. So constructivist theory, as a researcher, you co-construct experience and meanings with participants. So in constructivist type of grounded theory, you build a theory along with in relation to the area that you are exploring, but you co-construct the meanings with your participants. So mutual sharing of meanings with your participants. You might have noticed that there are commonalities across all types of grounded theory, but there are factors that distinguish differences between the approaches, including the philosophical position of the researcher, the use of literature, and the approach to coding analysis and then theory development. Now, this slide is very important when we talk about grounded theory, so this is our framework that actually gives you the crux of grounded theory in one framework. So starting at the top, you see the first square box there. So what you see there, you see it starts with a purposive sampling. So it gives you an idea how the methods and processes are involved in grounded theory. So you take an approach or sampling as a purposive sampling, and you start recruiting your participants and collecting data. So after recruitment, the collection of data started. So when you start your data, you can use different methods. As you can see, there are multiple methods written on the slide: survey, interviews, focus group. Other data could be written documents or diaries, maybe. So you can use multiple data sources to generate and collect data. Then you come down. So after collection of data, you start the analysis. So sometimes, so in grounded theory, you actually do it side by side. So as you are collecting the data, you also analyzing at the same time. That's why you notice here, it's called constant comparative analysis. So this constant comparative analysis starts from generating or collection of data, and it ends at the stage of advanced coding. So you collect the data, you do initial coding, and then you do intermediate coding. So you started having a sense of data saturation at sometimes maybe at the stage of intermediate coding, and then you move to the advanced coding. So at the advanced coding, you present your data in a storyline, and you think that there is a theoretical coding coming out of your data, and then that builds the grounded theory, that builds a theory from your data. So now, if you look at the right-hand side, you notice here, this is called memoing. So what is memoing? I'll explain all the these small terms that are written here to make you clarify what exactly it means. So memoing is an analytical process to ensure quality in grounded theory. So memos are like informal analytical notes about your data and the theoretical connections between the categories. So you keep on building these memoing throughout your data collection and analysis part. Now, if you go to the, I'm pointing here on the slide. So if you go on the left-hand side, you see theoretical sampling here. So I'll explain it. What is it? So it is a sampling of new participants or material. Material means like, it's not necessary like you always getting data from the participants. Sometimes you use additional methods like maybe written documents you are using. So collection, so recruitment or sampling of new participants or material that provides relevant information. So it is used to identify and follow clues from the analysis. If you find any gaps in your analysis, you have any uncertainties, you want to fill those gaps, you want to clarify those uncertainties. So as the study progresses, you recruit more participants or more material in your study. So recruiting more participants or looking for more data that is relevant and that could clarify uncertainties, that could fill the gaps that you have so far during the stage of data collection and analysis. So that recruitment is called theoretical sampling. And this is the key concept in grounded theory research. Now, if you look at the extreme left-hand side, you see theoretical sensitivity here. What is that? I'll explain it. So theoretical sensitivity is the ability to know when you identify a data segment that is important to your theory. So when you're going through data collection and analysis, at a times you get a point, you get a segment of a data that you think is important to build a theory. So that's the concept comes under theoretical sensitivity. So you keep on building those segments, and then at the end you develop a whole theory. So that was a whole crux of grounded theory. So methods in grounded theory, we generate theory directly from the data, focus on interaction, and has interviewing or participants observations. So both are the main main sources of data collection. I have given an example of grounded theory. It says our researcher might observe the interaction between hospital consultant and patients or doctors and nurses. So after observation, the researcher might interview those people like doctors and nurses who were observed about the interactions. So based on those interactions, the researcher will carry on grounded theory research study. These were the references that I have used in this presentation. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any question or concern or comment, please let us know. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.